I invoke the Prince of Coffee and Cabernet. Come to the Kindred in our time of need. Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, DC by Night. I'm, of course, Shanky McStabber. It's been a rough week and a weird-ass day for us, but of course, we're back, so...
I'm Relyn. I'm Shanky's wife, and I play Lily Sanger, Primogen of Clan Toreador in DC.
I'm Lance. I play Steve Perry, the Primogen of the Clanless.
I'm Jim Quartermain, Sheriff of DC.
And I'm Katie. I play Locke, and I am the Hound of DC.
And of course, as you can see, we have no special guest this week. We will have a special guest next week. We will have, from Q Times, you know him as Joey on Long Beach by Night. You also know him as the storyteller, as I call him, the storyteller with the Fez, on many other nights. So he'll be here next week as our special guest, which would be great. But that's next week. So... for this week, when we last left off, everybody had gone to Baltimore. In the world of the Kindred, there's plans, other plans, hidden plans, and all kinds of runs around. But it's been a few days since you come back from Baltimore. A few days spent with Locke getting her bar set up and getting everything prepared. And Quartermain collecting information from George and Tabitha and gathering up, trying to do what he's wanting to do as the spies. Lily prepping for a club opening. Steve, I don't know what you've been doing the last few days. I think actually you're rerunning the cameras now instead of wiring.
Just like taped up on the wall.
Yeah, and thrown every which way. Yeah. So we're going to move. It's a few days. It's Friday now. It's a big night for the club.
This is bad. This is bad.
Why?
Because I needed to contact some people.
What do you want to contact? Speak up if you have to contact people.
Angelique, because I need to talk to her brother about looking at the graffiti on my club.
Okay.
And Velois is supposed to get back to us in 24
He is.
hours.
He will be getting. He didn't get back in 24 hours. It's taking him a lot longer than he thought it would take him to just sit down.
He's, pyramid loyal, so he doesn't know what the hell he's looking at.
Exactly. And you've got calls out trying to get hold of Angelique. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
One thing I wanted to do...
because I don't want to open if I don't know if my people are safe.
Oh.
One thing I had made a note. Locke wanted to talk to the rats near Q's Haven and ask them about Jack.
That's a good one to have up there. We'll go over that real quick, but we are going to advance the time. We need to move forward.
Yeah, that's
one
fine.
night of the session is getting rough on everybody. But Angelique, the Pontifex already told you he didn't think it was directly threatening.
Oh, that doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, my God. Just the Pontifex. You don't know him.
Well, he also doesn't...
Well, then it's your call if you open the club because Angelique hasn't gotten back to you. But let me deal with the rats. The rats have told you they did not see anyone, from what you can tell, they didn't see anyone sniffing around the main entrance to Quartermain's lair. That's what you've gathered.
I tell Quartermain that because I'm helpful.
Okay.
Also, over those nights, I went and saw Wayland again.
Okay, of course. You wanted to finish your bond, too.
Mm-hmm, and I needed to have a talk with him.
Yeah, well, we're advanced.
That's fine. Whatever. We'll deal with it later.
The players tell me that they need to advance time and they want to
We
move ahead.
expect to wrap up what the loose ends
and
first.
then I advance time and then never mind. The players just get, You've got a few days setting up the club, too. So, I mean, it's Friday. I'm sure what were you wanting to talk to Wayland? Wayland's supposed to come to your club tonight on Friday.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not the time or place to have that conversation, so it'll have to happen later.
And what was the conversation you wished to have?
Calling him to task for his omission of information beforehand and make sure that never happens again.
Oh, well, that one you can call it. You have that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You might want to make sure it's Wayland when you do it, or Renee. I don't know who.
It doesn't matter. I'll tell them both.
So, it's Friday. Thursday night, of course, everyone goes and passes out with the rise of the sun. And during the rest of the daytime, For Kindred, rest of the dead. Steve, when you wake up, everyone do your rouse checks, of course. When you wake up Friday morning.
Friday night.
Or Friday night. Sorry, I always do that, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Morning and night. When you wake up Friday morning, or Friday night, I did it again. You know you have to get out and walk. You can feel where you want to go. You know where you want to go. It's an odd place. It's not a place you've been before, but you know where to go.
Okay.
So, and how did everyone do? What's everybody's hunger? I will assume during these intervening nights, everybody did feed down to one hunger before you started.
How was Lily feeding?
Other clubs had been open before Friday. Friday's just when you want to open because you don't open midweek.
Because,
right?
picking has been kind of slim for them.
If the Black Magic was open doing their show Wednesday night clubs were starting to open.
Okay.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have been open doing his show.
And we can ditch the willpower that we've used.
Yes, you've got all your willpower back, of course.
So I succeeded in my rouse
So
check. I'm at
you're
one
one.
hunger.
Okay. How's everybody else doing?
100.
One. Everyone's got one. That's good.
Good.
So as you rise Friday at dusk, the club's not open yet. You still got a little bit of time before it opens. Not long. Normally about an hour before.
About maybe 30 minutes.
This is July. Yeah, probably about 30 minutes. You're right. It's late.
Peak of, daylight hours.
So what's everyone's plans for this day? It's a Friday night. The club is finally reopening.
And it's been promoted all to hell.
What is everybody's plans?
Obviously, I'm going for a walk.
You're going for a walk. Of course you are.
Have we gotten any word back on the Thin Blood situation? Like, we've been able to locate Amos's cart or George or...
Let me roll for... That's some of the information Coterie would have been gathering. This is about maybe stuff related to the sewers. So, let's see. Coterie, during this intervening time, George has been working on it, but he hasn't gotten any information. They haven't figured out where the cart went yet. He's got his rats looking for it.
During that time, could I have gone down and checked out the area around Nathan's former...
Sure, you could have. Roll intelligence investigation. Because it's been, about 3 days, isn't it? 2 days?
No, we stopped on Wednesday.
So
we
2
skipped
days.
1 day.
All right, so you didn't even get that much to skip. Yeah. Okay. Thought it was 2 days. That's okay.
Mm-mm.
So you skipped Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, everybody's got to have some time to get doing it.
4.
4? You knew it was down there. Or a shopping cart was down there. Somebody took it out of Nathan's area. You can see marks in the more not dirt settlement on the bottom. The sludge and stuff. You can see where somebody had drug a shopping cart out of there. But it's not there anymore. You don't know where it went. It was taken out of the Casino Canal entrance. So, what is everybody's plans? You're doing your club, and you're expecting Raphael and Waylon to show up. At a minimum, Raphael promised he would be here. But Waylon said he would also try to attend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Steve's going for a walk.
I had also openly invited Angelique and her brothers to show up.
Oh, I figured you, you'd said you were going to start.
Working
You wanted Grigori in particular because,
Yeah, I wanted him to get his eyes on something. But
and you also want to thank him, I'm sure, for his assistance in Baltimore.
For his assistance, absolutely. I am a grateful Rose.
Yep.
Luck texts Tabitha.
Okay.
Need your help.
Sure.
And and then the next text, 10 seconds after that is, wait, puppy.
Have him for you tomorrow.
Yay!
The rest is on you, it says.
Still need help. Bar?
Okay.
Or your place. She don't care.
Odd. Art wants to go to club.
Lily's club?
Yeah.
Meet you
He
there.
won't say why. And she uses the letter Y.
Sounds fun. Liney face. And as Locke goes to the club, Lily's gonna get a text.
Okay.
Okay, what's the text read?
Art is coming to club tonight.
And literally the response you get back is, fuck.
I mean, that's
The
actually...
next text is, break out the Grateful Dead.
And I say, not ever happening.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, the Grateful Dead. That'd be interesting, now, wouldn't it? Very interesting, actually. But
I also reply back, thanks for the warning.
You're welcome.
And I warn the guards that Art is incoming tonight.
Okay. And Coterie, what are you doing? You had done during Thursday, of course, in between talking with George and everybody. You had investigated that lair. What are your plans for this night?
Trying to find it.
Okay, so you're searching the city tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
I've also passed a list to my chief of security, Thomas, of certain kindred that are allowed access to me when we are closed.
Okay.
Anyone else? Denied.
Okay, so if somebody comes, I will have you nod or shake your head about whether they're allowed or not. That's fine. Steve. When everybody wakes up, of course, when Lily's the only one at the club at the time, along with her guard, you see Steve. Do you say anything before you leave, or do you just set out?
Oh, no one was expecting anything from me, so I'll go.
You see Steve just leave.
Okay.
He heads out into the night.
You know,
Not oddity for him, but he does have his own.
he does
life.
his own thing.
Steve, you're going. It's not an area town. I mean, you've been it a few times. It's an area over in northeast. And do you walk the whole way? Do you take your car? Because your car is always around, even if you're not using it half the time.
Well, taking the car would kind of defeat the purpose of taking a walk. So.
Yeah, so you just start walking. So Steve's walking, and it takes you a while to get there. But you're a kindred. It's not like you're going to get tired.
Right.
I mean, so you're walking over there. Locke, she didn't tell you what time she was coming to the club, so you're just heading over. Locke gets there because of where she's at. About the same time as,
We're opening.
we're
I'm sure.
opening.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to worry. As soon as she walks near the door,
Everybody's waving around.
she just walks right through the entrance. Nobody even stops, There's a lot of grumbling from people in line and the VIP, which never has a line, because if you're a VIP, you're a VIP.
You come
You're
right
in. So, and she just walks right in. Everyone kind of looks at her funny, because while she's not looking like she used to be, as, just literally street trash, she still doesn't fit the normal clientele of the club, but she walks right in.
It pays to be a friend of the owner.
Yeah. She just walks right in like nothing happened. So if you two want to have any talks about anything, here's your chance while Steve's going around.
Okay.
And I know Quartermain's investigating. So
Then I'm up on the VIP area, just making sure everything's set up ready for people to show up. So, hey, how's things?
It's good. I almost have a dog.
What?
It might end up being a wolf. I
Oh.
don't know. Blood liquor's involved.
That's
So-
probably not domesticated.
No, it's okay. It's cool. I can talk to him.
Yeah.
Or her. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Well,
so-
congratulations.
But yeah, I texted Tabitha because I wanted her to help me out, and maybe this fucking thin blood situation, if she and I can both go prowling, because she knows the streets pretty well. So maybe we can team up or something, because this is killing me. I cannot believe the Knots are so shitty at record keeping, but okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised at just how insular they were.
Well, it's...
Wow.
I don't even care if they're insular. I
Yeah.
think that means that they just keep shit to themselves, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like insulated.
Yeah, insulated. Exactly. They
yeah,
kept shit to
okay.
themselves. I'm surprised about
I
that.
saw that episode.
Good.
Don't I? So yeah, but see, you think that like they'd share amongst themselves,
Right. At
so-
least important stuff.
So, but it might have also been that the list wasn't as complete.
True.
It could have been that the list was more in somebody's head.
I mean, the last we heard, there was like 30 something of them.
Like 27. There's like so many, but the riots happened, but they were told to stay away. And it's been a lot of confusion, and I'm wondering if also some of the lower scuts are trying to cover up that maybe they lost track of some of them because there are a lot of them, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But I gotta get ahead of this because there's just my bar is almost open, so I'm ready. I have
Good.
I take them to.
And you've got Jack who's going to be working for you, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good. I think you're going to be set up for success. I really do.
He's been an angel.
Good.
Been great. He's been a useful Bruja.
Yeah. Good.
Not like West Coast Brujas.
No. I'm familiar with those two.
Or the Bruja that got decapitated, or the one that y'all blew the fuck up.
Yeah, he seems like
I'm sure you haven't really brought up to Jack, have you?
No.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, we don't talk about a lot of stuff.
Wow, it's like, wow, where's Bjorn?
Who knows? But
he did the East thing, going for a walk.
Yeah. Okay, so your club's, your your bar is opening soon. You're getting a pet. How's things going with your haven?
We're gonna find something. I'm not staying in the haven. I'm not staying in the bar. Just because
you've learned that's a great big target on your butt.
Yeah.
So
finding somewhere nice and secure. We're working on that. I don't really need that because what do you do in a haven?
Sleep.
Crash.
Yeah, you sleep.
Not even sleep.
Yeah, you crash.
I'm still also looking out for Amos's ghoul. Loki.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, if I happen to hear any rumors or anything about that, I'll let you know.
Because I think, he kind of needs to be kept topped up. I think he's more useful that way.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you.
I wonder if that's who took the cart.
Probably.
I don't know if it's known by Locke in character yet, but out of character, that just occurred to me. That it might have been his...
Yeah, I would think that his ghoul would be still looking out for his interests.
Well, his ghoul's going to be looking out for something else pretty soon.
Soon.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's what happens to ghouls, right? They don't.
They start basically becoming almost like a junkie looking for their fix when they can't find their kindred.
An interesting storyteller question on that one. You normally will lose your humanity for ghouling someone.
But if they're already ghouled.
That's
not a humanity loss.
No, because if he's old enough, she's saving his life not by keeping him ghouled rather than letting him just keel over dead from age. Though Amos isn't old enough to have somebody quite that bad. But
still, she didn't
ghouling.
do the initial ghouling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be like a double humanity loss if you tried to penalize her too.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thought there.
You're helping the guy out because he's fiending for it.
She's going to have to, when it comes down to that time, she'll have to explain based on her convictions.
Oh, we can negotiate
about whether she's aiding protecting the disenfranchised by keeping him a ghoul, or she's exploiting him by keeping him her ghoul. You'll have to explain that when the time comes.
I think it'll come down to when we meet.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a decision at that point.
But legit, I will seriously, Locke. I will, if I hear any whispers, I will let you know.
Yeah, and I'm trying to keep track of all this crap. So the rats are very helpful.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, I would like to offer an exchange regarding them. I will have my staff put out the scraps each night. If they can kind of keep an eye on things around the club from time to time.
Yeah, as long as you keep them near. I can talk to them. They're not my rats.
I get it. But I know you can communicate with them, and I'm happy to help with the feeding of them if they'll keep an eye on the area.
Just make sure the trash bags are a little
open. Yeah.
So
so they don't choke on the plastic. Yeah, we're good. We'll deal with that.
Cool with that. As long as you keep some around that I can talk to, we're good.
Okay, so that's good. So I will make sure that my staff is aware to leave access to the scraps in the alley.
Do you mind if I stay in VI? Normally I go, I'm trying to...
You know what? At Locke, you have the run of the club, dear.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where I want to be. I think I want to stay in VIP for when Art comes in. Normally I go and she points at the
catwalk area.
Catwalk area. And
you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. All right, and so she settles in and just kind of picks up, Mad Magazine or something and starts reading. And chilling out and waiting for the club to open.
And I have popped awe.
Okay.
I'm running all night tonight.
Okay. It's not a rouse check, so that's not a problem with that part. Quartermain, so after you're looking... Hang on. So after you've looked there and you don't see it, how are you conducting your search looking for? You know it left through the C&O Canal exit. Are you doing? Are you just doing widening and widening sweeps looking for? I mean, you'll find other shopping carts, but you'd recognize the stuff that he generally kept in his.
Yes. Just moving out.
In waves?
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know. I'll need to know that one. So the club opens up, of course, and holy crap, it hasn't been open since the 4th. Mm-hmm. It's in a week. So it's a busy night. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is hopping and everything's
people lined up around the fucking block.
Oh, yeah. It's a busy night.
Uh-huh.
You do get one text.
Oh, who do I hear from?
Grigori actually texts.
Oh, interesting. She gave him my number.
Yep. Well, you think, unless he got it from somewhere else.
Either way, he got my number.
You do get a text from him. He puts plan to drop by probably about 1:30.
And I just say, perfect. See you then.
Hope it's hopping.
Always is.
Coming to dance. Which is odd coming from Grigori.
Hey, you know what? That just suits Lily perfectly.
I want to see him dance.
Lily will be dancing with him.
You want to see him when he's not being the ultra severe Tremere type? That'd be interesting. Now, Steve, you reach southeast. Takes you just over an hour, but I mean, it's not like you get tired. You can walk pretty quick. You don't have to worry about pacing, and people instinctively, the look in your eyes just clears paths. People just don't want to bump into you. And when you get to southeast, you come up on, this is the building. You've never been here, but this is the building you're looking for.
Okay.
It's an old, looks like an oddity in southeast, a bookshop. The windows are busted out. It's obviously it's been closed a while because, yeah. But the name of the place was Curious Tomes and Oddities, which in Southeast really makes you question the ownership and who would have done that. But windows are busted out, doors are kind of hanging unlocked. It's definitely screwed up.
Looks like the sign that announces the name Curious Tomes. Looks like it was made a long time ago. Or
it looks like it's at least 20 years old. Nobody's rebought it because it's not like, there's a lot of economic development here. It looks like it's been squatted in multiple times. Gang signs. I mean, there's symbols everywhere. It's basically not been used for about 20 years except by people who shouldn't be in there. Okay. But this is the building you're looking for.
All right.
And as you slip into it, I gotta check something here. You slip into the building. You gotta go down. Quartermain. I was rolling pretty shitty up till now. Quartermain, you're about doing your sweeps around looking for the shopping cart. You're a couple blocks up, but you swear you saw Steve Perry go into a building in Southeast. You didn't expect to see him down this way, but you swear you see him going into a building. What are you planning to follow him where he's going?
I vanish and go check it out.
Okay. Roll your rouse check for it.
I'm good.
Okay. So, Steve, you go into the building and you go down. It's a basement-ish. I mean, it's full of garbage, trash, old mattresses. You can tell it's been used not too long ago by squatters. And obviously someone keeps running them out because there's no squatters in here now. Okay. But you can feel in the basement, that little corner of the basement, something's drawing you over to it. Okay. You can feel it tugging at you. This is where you're supposed to go.
Okay. So I go over to that corner.
Okay.
What do I see?
There's a small, maybe 3 foot by 3 foot hole in the wall. It's about floor level. You're going to have to crawl if you want to go in it. It's dark beyond.
How dark? I mean,
dark enough you can't see right now unless you wish to
Yes,
enhance your vision.
I wish to enhance my vision.
Okay. The shadows fall away, and it's like you're in daylight down here. Or not daylight, but it's a lot brighter.
Okay.
And yeah, it goes beyond. There's like a small tunnel, and you can see it goes forward some and then kind of slopes down in the distance. Not too far from where it is. But it's an odd feeling when you're in it. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel good. Just different.
Not cold?
No, not right there. No.
Okay.
But you can see it. You suspect it opens up not too far once you get through it. But it's there.
Let's investigate.
Okay. So you crawl into it. Coterie. It takes you a few minutes to get to the building, and when you arrive there and you go inside it, it's empty. Nothing that you can see in the building at all. It's an old bookstore in Southeast, which strikes you as odd, of course. It'd be even odder if it was actually a operating bookstore, but it's not. But you can see where somebody obviously just went in recently, but you don't see anybody in the building when you go in the main entrance. You don't have to worry about breaking obfuscate because, well, the door is hanging mostly on a hinge.
Is there enough dust and debris in this place to track?
Not dust, but there's a lot of debris. Intelligence plus investigation. You look like you're
4.
concentrating there on that one. 4?
I'm looking at numbers.
You think somebody went through and headed towards a back room.
Okay.
Steve, you go forward a bit down in there. And yes, it slopes down, but as soon as it starts sloping down, it also opens up.
Okay.
And you're in it's an odd tunnel. It's not a tunnel in the conventional. It's a tunnel. It's not brickwork. It's not concrete. It's stone. But you don't see any marks, any chisels, any changes in it. It's just pure work stone. And it just looks like a smooth stone tunnel that leads off ahead.
Okay. I look around a little bit to see like if
It only goes one way from where you're at now, just straight.
anything on the floor.
No dust, no footprints, no markings, no rat droppings, nothing.
Okay. Keep on going.
Okay. Now, as you walk down the hall, the only sound in the hall is your footsteps. As you move forward, just foot on stone. And it goes a while. Now, Coterie, you go to the back room and you can see a stairway leading to the basement.
Okay. I'm going to enhance my hearing,
Okay.
and I'm going to move downstairs.
Okay, when you enhance your hearing, of course, you hear rats squeaking, rustling in the trash. Just don't hear anything else. When you get to the basement, it's obvious that you can see where somebody has walked around in there and been in there doing something. But you can't quite tell exactly where they went because this area has a little bit less trash than the floor above where there's no clear walk path through it. People have been sleeping down here. It's obvious. But you don't see anybody from where you're at the stairway. Of course, it gets pretty dark in the basement and you're using enhanced hearing. So, but you don't hear anything other than the rustle of, obviously, rats, mice, trickle of water, maybe a drip somewhere.
Switch to sight.
Okay, as you switch to sight, you can
Actually, no. I switched to smell. I know what Steve smells like.
Yes, you do. Smells like Steve.
That's creepy.
Is what?
He smells your smell. It's very gangrel.
Well, yeah, but that's that's actually just very animal, and that's the thing that the Nosferatu share with the gangrel is more of the animal traits. There's a faint whiff, just brief, but you got a whiff of it over towards the corner. Now, Steve, you walk a while down there. It still feels odd to you. It doesn't feel bad, doesn't feel good. It just feels weird. But you come to a branch in the stone, it goes to a left or right choice.
Okay.
Both look identical.
Okay. I was just going to ask if there's any differences whatsoever.
None. They feel identical. And there's not even, this is where you're supposed to be, but you don't know from here. You don't feel anything for left or right. You just know you're where it is, and not a sound down here except for your feet still. There's not even, you don't breathe, so you don't even have to listen to your own breathing when you're down here. It's the silence of the grave.
Okay. Left.
You go left. So, Coterie, you go over to a corner. And it's a corner. Takes you a minute or two to realize that there's actually a tunnel there. It's disguised to your eyes in a lot of ways. But what gives it away is there's almost like you can smell through where he went through there, and a breeze hitting your face briefly through the hole in the wall. It looks like stone, but it's not stone. It's like a very poor TV image of stone.
Okay.
That's the only way to describe it for you.
Okay, I push my way through.
When you touch it, the coldness of death seeps into your body. You can feel it. It's a feeling you've had once before, a long time ago in this city, when you went through a certain mirror that you'd found in your labyrinth. And for a few seconds, you are reminded of when you died and became a kindred. You are by yourself, no sound, no senses other than cold and the death creeping in. And when you step to the other side, you are at a place you recognize. You're at the door to your haven. The inner door, the back door. It's right in front of you. And when you look behind you, there's just the normal stone corridor that you've seen before when you go out through your haven. No dust, no sound, no anything other than that weirdness you always get when you're in the labyrinth part of that attaches to your haven, where everything seems to shift and not look right.
So I'm in the labyrinth.
You came out in the labyrinth at your haven. The door that leads from the labyrinth to your haven is right in front of you. And everything is shifting behind you and has that odd, not right feeling where, when you blink, things are slightly different than they were before. And nothing looks right. And everything's kind of flickers in and out. And that's where you are, at the door to your haven.
Son of a
and
bitch.
The ring on your finger feels warm. You can feel it. Now, Steve, you took a left.
Mm-hmm.
You walk along. From the description of the walls you see, you would think you were in the labyrinth. But you've never been there, so
right.
You don't see any of the things that you were told to expect, with the not right walls, with shifting things, with, turns that aren't there when you turn, when they're behind you. It's just a stone.
Does it remind me of when we were at Dorian's?
No.
Okay. This is different.
This seems real. 100% real to you. There's no flickers. There's no changes. There's no nothing. But as you're walking, it feels odd, and your ring on your finger, on your pinky, is getting steadily colder. And you can feel it seeping up your arm. But where at first you didn't like that feeling, where it bothered you, you're finding comfort in it as time has progressed. It's almost an old friend in some ways to you as you're moving forward. Now, Coterie, what are you going to do? And yes, you know exactly what building you went into to get here. Want me to come back to you?
No.
Okay.
I turn around and move into the labyrinth.
Okay, you're going into the labyrinth deeper. Back anywhere in particular you're heading for?
I don't.
Because you've explored a little bit off and on, of course, off camera and off when we're playing. But I mean, it's your haven. You've spent time in there. You've been learning the labyrinth. You're not sure you can get to any one place on command, but you know, generally, you know, you've had success in getting near places you wanted to.
Son of a bitch. I know where the fuck he's going.
But you don't want to go there, do you?
I go.
You go?
Oh, shit.
I go.
Wow. Okay. So you're heading there. Now, Steve, as you're walking, straight, no other turns. You took one turn the whole time other than that left you took. And when you took it, you look back and the turn was still there. You'd expected it not to be there like you were told of the labyrinth.
Right.
But no. Quartermain, you can roll intelligence plus occult. So you just walk straight. And it continues. Still silent. Your ring is colder. You can feel it in the air.
6 with a critical.
Nice.
Okay, good. And eventually you come to a door. It's a wooden door, a very nice door. It's an old door. Embossed hinges, hand carved. You figure it's a couple 100 years old.
Okay.
And it's closed right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You going in?
Okay. Is there what else is?
That's it. You just come to a door.
That's it. There's no.
Yep. There's been no choices. No, you went left.
Okay.
When you went left, you walked, took one turn, and it went straight. By your guess, you don't know where in the hell you would be by now because you would expect a turn, a change, a direction, something, some sign going up, going down, but no, just straight to a door. This is definitely not what you've been described for the labyrinth. And it's certainly not what Quartermain is currently seeing because Quartermain, having been in the labyrinth, he sees the left, right, the intersections. Quartermain's walking and sometimes feels like he's walking on the side of the wall instead of on the floor. And sometimes things aren't there that was behind him. And Quartermain has navigated this before. He's learned the game. He knows how to play it to ignore what his own senses tell him. But you don't see any of that. When you're down here right now, it's just a corridor.
Okay. And it's still pitch black.
Not to you. You've still been able to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Much like for Quartermain, it's never been pitch black for him.
Okay. Well, I go reach down to open the door.
Okay. You open the door and beyond it, when you open the door, you just see blackness. You can't even penetrate it right now. Just a curtain of black in front of you.
Even with Oblivion Sight.
Yep.
I step through.
And you step through and you feel that coldness wash over you, but to you, it's become an old friend. You can feel the pain in it. Doesn't cause any wounds, but it's painful. But it's a pain you've come to associate with power, strength. Mm-hmm. It's a pain that purges away the weakness. And as you come into it, you step beyond and your vision lifts and you are in a bed chamber.
Okay. Now, as I step through, though, I still have my hand on the door and I close it behind me.
Yep. And you're in a bed chamber.
Okay.
The furniture in it could be a couple 100 years old, could be older. It's hard to tell. But it definitely is a bed chamber. No dust, no sound. And there's a woman lying on the bed, black hair, long, cascading across the pillow. And when you enter the room, you can feel her before you even notice her sitting there. You feel or laying there, you feel her. It's an odd feeling. It's a feeling you can feel like this individual is slightly pleased. What is that?
That's his character sheet.
Oh,
He's
I
looking
see.
at his character sheet.
You can feel she's pleased. And Quartermain, as you were exploring the labyrinth on your side, you feel a tremor go up your arm. It originates from the ring you're wearing that bears the seal of Zelios, the caretaker's ring. You feel it.
Okay.
As you're moving towards where you hope will lead you to where you want to go. Steve, what are you going to do?
Not something I felt before, right?
No, that's totally new.
God damn it.
What are you doing, Steve?
I don't want to speak out loud, because I don't know who or what is in around the area, but I just think to myself, Sybil.
She said her name.
Yeah.
Why does he get to say her name?
Because none of y'all would do it. He's got balls, I think, if you want to call it balls.
More balls than
And
sense.
the
Yes.
blackness settles over you again, and you can't see for a second. But then you can see again, and you're in this room. Then it's a little different. It's a little duller. The colors are less vibrant. It's almost like in your mind, it's a memory of this room, something from before, something of a thought. But she's not on the bed. And then you hear a voice. Hello, young one. You have come for me. And you can feel her hand caress the side of your face. And she is there. Not in the bed, standing in front of you. And you can see in the face, it's a hard face. It's a cruel face. Though the caress was almost lover-like, it burns is when it touches you from the cold. And you could tell it was not a caress of somebody who's friendly. It was more of a caress of towards a pet, a favorite pet,
Right.
but a pet nonetheless. You heard my call and you've come.
I have.
Do you wish to know secrets?
I wish to know a number of things, secrets included. How may I be of service to you, and what may I earn from that?
You will serve as all children of La Sombra should serve. You will serve to make the clan and me better. You did not know, did you? I could feel it. You sing to me. Your blood sings. You are one of ours.
I am?
Weakly, but you are one of ours. I feel my sire's blood in your veins. Diluted, fragmented, not fully there.
This
it's there.
this isn't. I've been told. No, I'm the child of Granger, Malkavian.
You've been lied to, child.
What? How? Why? What did it serve?
For those of the La Sombra, failure is not considered pleasant. You are a reminder of failure for one. And so
Washes over. It's like, oh, right.
So she decided to force you on another.
She. Do I know who my sire is?
No, you have not met her. You may in time. But you were lied to, child. Lied. As many have lied to you. This has been done to you for your whole life, I suspect.
The lie seems surreal.
You've been through this. You know how memories can change, how they can be twisted. You see, only I won't lie to you. You will be my dark child. You will be the one who announces my presence. And I may do many things. I will hurt you. I will use you. In the end, I may kill you. But I will not lie to you. Every word I say will always be the truth. And that is the one thing you may always count on and rely on.
That'll certainly be a change from the way things have been going.
And Quartermain, as you're getting closer to the area you know you must go to, you can feel it's getting colder in the air. The whole place is almost trembling and getting cold. But something is definitely off, something you haven't felt before in this labyrinth and your visits before. But you're working your way. You think you're on the right track.
Now I need to change tack. I need to find Zelios. She's fucking with the labyrinth. And it needs to stop.
I say, how are you going to go about... You got any particular way you want to find Zelios?
Last time, all I did was think about him and move in a direction.
Okay.
So I go by feeling. I don't go by any particular, knowledge. I just go by feel.
Do a willpower check.
A straight willpower check.
Straight willpower. Composure, resolve. No humanity for that one. Just straight willpower.
Okay. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay. You're moving towards where you believe he is.
Okay.
Go back to Steve here. Did you not think it was odd that I found you so easy? The other, I found her when she came to my chamber. Felt her. But you I found. Because you are of our blood. And you were above me. Not like the third who was here.
The third?
He came 2 nights ago to my chamber. And I sent him away. He was not welcome. He will not be back anytime soon. I could smell my child on him. I left him a punishment for disturbing me. So ask, child. Ask.
How may I better serve you?
By waiting. By watching. I can read through your eyes. You bear my gift.
I do.
And even without it, our bond is stronger than you would believe while you were near.
It's very strange. It was very odd putting it on first, but now it seems much more comfortable.
In time, you will grow used to it. It is the touch of death. It is the touch of the beyond. It is where we play. It is where we go.
How can I learn to play?
Focus. Better. Embrace it. As it flows through you, it will change you. In time, you'll gain more control over it. One day, you may even be able to step through it, like many do. In time. But I know you have more important questions than this. You will serve as all do.
Well, you had asked that I be your herald.
Yes.
Now this conflicts. Obviously, this conflicts with my current assignment as for Stanford, the current prince.
Oh, we are not talking heralding and with those misguided. It's how our kindred think. You will be the foretelling, the one who comes forth as my mouthpiece. You won't announce decrees and be some measly messenger boy. You will be the doom, the judgment, the arbitrator, all in one. And I know you have been treated wrongly by your fellow kindred. And though you are a shadow of what those truly of the bloodline are.
I accept that.
In time, you don't have to be. These are new times. And my own child betrayed me. So, I will trust in you for now to do what must be done. Loyalty is rewarded greatly. Disobedience is punished.
Understood. I do have a question, something that relates to my current assignment with the Thin Bloods. Since my job is to deal with them in Sanford's court, his princedom. What do you wish done with them?
Thin bloods. That is not a term I'm aware of, but I read the image from your mind. I read what you're saying. Those whose blood is so tainted that they're not even kindred. They are tools. Use them. Destroy them when done. But use them. Good. They are also discarded, thrown away by many. Harness it. Turn it for your advantage. When they're no longer useful, they can be destroyed like any tool.
Good.
But do not waste something so useful. Coterie, you've been following your gut, and as you're moving forward, you're finding it. The area has become more and more unstable in your vision. It flickers more, it changes more, it shifts more. Almost like it's not solidified at all where you're at. But you can hear something now, a muttering. Almost like somebody talking to themselves a bit.
Yep.
You can hear it coming up ahead. And as you move forward, you come upon someone you've not seen for a few months, actually. Nosferatu. He's bent a bit, and he's rubbing his hands on the stone. And as he's rubbing the hands on it, the stone changes. He shapes it with his hands. Go this way. We're gonna. Yes, this is the path. This is where we must go. We shall go this way, and then I could go the other way. But that leads towards the other one. We're going to go this way. Yes, this way.
Celios.
And his head shoots up. Caretaker.
Can I have a moment of your time, please?
Yes, you can. Going to work while we talk. He starts shaping the wall again.
She is manipulating the labyrinth.
I felt her.
She's bringing others here.
I felt her. She stirs. She still sleeps, but she stirs. A little more awake now.
Well, that's because there's 3 of them here.
Well, there's always been other entrances. I can't close them all.
3 like her. 2 more like her.
Yes.
And there's going to be a war.
2 are sleeping, 1 are awake. Yes. I know. I'm not building towards the awake. I'm going this way.
She's messing with your labyrinth.
She's messing with her part.
Her part.
Yes. It's not all mine. I build and I add and I change and I wrap and use. Some was before me. It's hard to understand. Not all of this is new, of course. Part over here is new. But in areas long before I was here, others have built. And I come and I find what they've built and I expand. There's parts down here that are a long time.
We need to stop this.
That's not I'm building. I built. That's why I have caretaker. I can't control what comes out. Sometimes I build because that is what I must do. That is what I do. I build. But if she stirs, she does not wake. And there have been many others at various points down here.
We can't close her off.
I can close her from this part, perhaps. But as I said, some of this is built long before me. I have tried, not here, in other places where I've built. I have sealed off sections in an attempt to trap things there. And when I do this, in time, it opens back up. I do not know if it's those I've trapped who do it or if there's other forces at work, but even the parts I create do not stay the way I create them all the time. They shift, they change, they move. I just extend the tunnels, and then where the tunnels go and what they do, they do.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. Great.
But
thank you for your time. Bye.
There are other entrances. You could find them if you wish. if you have the will to drive yourself to them. But they'll change again later at some point. Close them if you wish. New ones shall open in time. It might give you peace for a while. It might not. And he starts shaping again. You're back, still in his chamber. And she's standing before you. She's looking. You've realized something now, though, after talking to her a few minutes. You haven't seen her blink. Not once. Not a single time.
Well, she is old.
Yeah. She hasn't blinked once. Just her eyes stare at you, just unblinking. It's very disconcerting. You've not experienced that before.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting, but I keep it.
I feel you've been around others. The elder blood and the elder smell is on you.
Have I?
So odd. I've been alive a long time. Well, I'll call it. This is my life now. It's very odd. Never have I been in a city where three of us gather, another who is his own unique power in his own right gathers. Not truly elder, but respectable, the builder, in the same place as three of us. And in an emissary of a fourth, all in one small area. It's very, very odd. And then my young puppy turns her back on me. My hooks are still in her. In time, she will come our way. None escape me.
This third that you mentioned, I made the acquaintance of one of the guards in the Succubus Club who said he was your man.
He is one of mine.
Is he to be trusted?
He will not lie to you.
That's the best one I can expect.
But much like me, he is mine. He is what your mind tells me are called ghouls now. They were just servants to me. Playthings in a lot of ways, but useful. He stumbled down here one night. Did not know where he was. And I took him for me.
Do you need anything else?
Not now, no. Son of a... I called you to me to see you. My bond is stronger when you're close. And I wanted to see what the builder would do when you came.
Will I be able to return to see you? Can you see anything? What he's doing?
He may try to stop you at some point. I've been here longer. I'm older. A way can always be found. There's two sides to every mirror. And though the front is silver, the back is always darkness. And that's where we live. I will grant you a gift before you leave.
Thank you.
You may drink.
Thank you very much for the gift.
Yeah.
Sorry, breaking character for a moment, but fucking shit!
Drink up, fucker!
When you wake, drink. And then the blackness settles over you again. And you are standing in the room once again. She's asleep on the bed, hasn't moved. You don't know how much time has passed. And Quartermain, at this point, right then, you feel another tremor through the labyrinth. And Zelios, who you haven't left yet from standing beside him because it's about the timing. His head shoots up. She's gone back to sleep. Good. He starts working again. Steve, what do?
I take my drink.
You drink from Sybil's sleeping body. Take a small sip. You have no hunger. Your hunger is wiped away. Oh my God. You're at 0 hunger. Oh my God. It's a blood like you haven't tasted ever. There's a richness to it, but an odd taste. You can't quite place. You drank from one of the ghouls at one point, didn't you, in an emergency?
Mm-hmm. No, yes. A guard.
Yeah, and it was, I thought he got from, just a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've never tasted this. Even Granger's blood, when it was fed to you as a, to make you a kindred, did not taste like this, or at least what you remember is Granger's blood, which is
right
questionable at this point, I think. This blood to you tastes, it's scary. It's almost like a drug when it hits your veins. It has such a richness and a brightness to it that you don't know how to describe it. It's so thick, but it's so it's like a nectar. And it just a little bit takes away all your hunger. What does that look on your face? Yeah.
I'll save it for break.
Okay. And then you're done.
Welcome to Small Bond.
5th generation, or 4th generation. How small is Small Bond?
Oh, he's probably Insta Bond.
Yeah,
Small Bond is you fucked.
Yeah,
you fucked Bond.
You bound.
Blood that potent.
You bound.
How much does it do?
Steve Perry, king of bad ideas.
Don't actually think so.
What's that, Locke?
Rules as written. Potency actually does not play into.
Yes, rules as written. That's true, but I've always.
However, the rules do not actually cover anything above
regarding the.
Well, and
the
it also never covers.
It looks like everything above. All the rules change, and we're not writing them.
Yeah, and it also never covers anything. Really, potency. They don't really talk what potency, really having blood that potent really means.
Right.
What if a ghoul is given blood that potent? Is it just like an average human ghoul, or is it just
or is it like a super ghoul?
Right, because you're talking about blood that is potent. A lot purer. And in her case, you drank from 4th generation. She's
considering
4 generations removed from Cain himself. Actually, that makes her 3 generations technically removed from Cain.
Yeah.
He's the first.
And considering now, sorry, we are totally derailing this.
We're derailing this
for a second because this is insane. But in Chicago by Night, they mention, or at least in the lore of Helena, her ghoul actually was mistaken as Kindred when you inspected his aura because the blood he was drinking was so potent. He pretty much had the same powers as Kindred.
Mm-hmm.
So I am curious. Does he feel bonded?
I don't know. Would he notice?
Would he know any different? He'd just feel really fucking loyal to her.
But he already did. He already came down here.
He was already loyal, so would he notice a difference?
Oh, that's a good question. Suck up.
God. I know, right? Suck up.
But in some ways, were you loyal to her before because of her promises? Or were you loyal to her because power? Or because your blood was actually, though you didn't realize it, your blood sang to her?
Well, like I had said before, I wasn't reveling in the Oblivion powers, but they felt good.
Fuck.
So you are now in this chamber.
So now DC goes to hell in a handbasket. Welcome
you are
to
now
the
in
journey.
This chamber, and there's just a mirror in front of you. Looks silvery on this side of it. It's an old, the old stand mirrors. Mm-hmm. It's like Victorian age where it's on a stand. It's got a what would you call it? Like a powder
Bill,
mirror? Yes.
I make my way to that exit.
It's a dressing mirror.
Which exit?
The exit where that mirror comes out. I've been through that mirror.
It's a dressing mirror.
Yeah, dressing mirror. And it flips, of course. It swivels. But the side you're seeing is silver.
Okay. This is where I came out of? Or?
No, you came out through a door that's no longer there.
Okay. So what?
All you have is a mirror, but it's silver on the side you see.
You don't remember the story Locke and I told you, do you?
I'm not helping you, suck up.
He was told all he needs to know.
Mm-hmm. It's dark on the other side.
Yeah.
When you're standing in front of the mirror. Just for a second. Your image flickers a little, blurs a little. Just for a brief second.
There's so many mirrors in the club.
Just for a brief second.
Mm-hmm.
You look weird, odd, not quite there in the mirror, but there, but not there.
What do I see in the background? Is it the room that I'm in?
It was, yeah. You just flickered a little.
Okay.
Your image in the mirror was distorted briefly.
Reach out to touch the mirror.
It's a mirror. That side is a mirror.
So when I touch it, it's
a mirror on that side.
But if I flip it over,
intelligence, occult, Coterie, or no, willpower. Actually, you just use pure willpower because you've learned now. You know the trick now to go where you want to go, don't you?
6.
Follow
Yep.
your instinct.
No, will, sheer force of will to direct his thing. When you flip it around, black, the black of night that calls.
6 with a
6?
critical.
Okay, it calls to you. You feel it.
go to reach in.
Your hand goes right in it.
Well, already in it for sure now, so I try to step in.
Step in it. And you're standing in a house in southeast, or a building in southeast, in front of a 3-foot hole.
Where I
Right
went
there.
in.
Where you went in. Where you didn't see a blackness. Someone else felt as they crossed the barrier. 2 different places it dropped you. You were dropped in one place, Coterie at another. And Coterie, you arrive where the mirror came out last time. To a mirror.
Great.
And a chamber beyond.
Great.
The blackness to you, it's a blackness, but you see the chamber on the other side for once. You didn't see it last time. Last time you were here, you just saw the blackness. Now you see the blackness and a faint image of a chamber with a sleeping woman. And you can feel through the mirror something pulling, daring you to enter it. You can feel a challenge issued about entering through that mirror.
Yeah, right.
Go for it.
I'm not that stupid.
Of course not.
I have a new destination.
Okay.
I will find the exit closest to the Washington Convention Center.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
One more willpower roll. You know, he's going to fail one of these rolls. He could be down in this dungeon or in this place a long damn time.
Like all night.
Yep. And hope he gets out before daylight.
Yeah. Otherwise, he goes
Because when
sleep.
you rely on the willpower to get you places, the first time you fail, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Well, it'd be nice on a night when I have spent a bunch of willpower.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I got 5.
Nice.
So you're working your way there. Steve, you are heading back to the club.
Back to the club. And I do it at a sprint.
Okay. And this is where I think we'll take a break so that we can come back and deal with Coterie.
Fuck, y'all.
Club.
DC's going to hell in a handbasket thanks to Steve Perry.
But interesting revelations here.
Fuck.
Steve, who's been told he's a failed Malkavian for so long, been treated like shit by a sire that seems to hate him.
Oh, Granger's so dead.
He is.
Finds out that, he's not the sire he thought he was. Did Granger rebuild and create the memories you thought you had?
What's the story with that?
Mm-hmm.
And if so, who was powerful enough to threaten Granger to force him to take someone as a child?
Mm-hmm.
And did he take it out on you for being
Whose
forced?
child is Steve Perry?
Yeah.
The
He's just a
mystery
red-headed
thickens.
stepchild.
And Ludlow, even Ludlow claims that you and Granger.
Yeah, that y'all were
your child,
broodmates.
or Granger's your child, because you're broodmates to him.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know the real truth? Has he ever known the truth?
Maybe not.
We'll take a break while everyone thinks of that.
Ludlow or Granger?
Or Ludlow has always said that Granger was your sire.
He
says
basically
you're
treats you
broodmates.
like a brother.
Right.
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
he know the truth? Has he ever known the truth? We'll take a break now. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Fuck, y'all.
Everyone can think of these startling revelations. Talk in chat. I'm sure Steve Perry will be in chat to give his comments on why he did it.
Yes.
But
I'm like losing my shit over here, y'all.
we'll be back in 10.
That's why.
I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive?
I invoke the Prince of Coffee and Cabernet. Come to the Kindred in our time of need. Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl, Jason Carl. Introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, and that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? Call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins. Who is she really, blood countess? Who is she really, or je black Bathory? I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of And welcome back. I hope everyone had a good break. We sure did. A lot of discussions about the shit that I just laid on the Coterie, which I think is great, but we're making it fun. So before the break, let's just say revelations were had and dark shit happened. Mm-hmm. And at this point, Steve's working his way to the club, and Quartermain's working his way towards as close as he can get to the Washington Conference Center. He don't know where the other exits are, but now that he's learning the trick of navigating the labyrinth, he is working his way there. And back at the club, it's hopping.
Of course it is.
It's Friday night. Shit's going, nuts.
And I still have all up because I told you I'm running it all night.
And Locke, you're up in the VIP, and you're waiting for Tabitha and Art to supposedly come. And Grigori had said he would be there. And
around 1:30.
About 1:30.
What time is it?
Right about now, it's actually pretty early. It's probably about 11:30. Things are really picking up.
Okay, so this has happened simultaneously.
Yes.
While
of course.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's happening at the same time they're going and doing their thing.
Okay.
The whole first half was pretty much the Steve Quartermain hour.
Yeah.
And, but is a good part of the story. Right now, we'll do some of this and probably cover some other stuff as we go into this one. I mean, it's going stumping. It's really
good. Good.
I need wits awareness from Locke and Lily.
Okay.
I'm going to rouse. Can I rouse wits for this since I am actively looking?
Yes.
Okay. I do not get hungrier.
That is 3 successes.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. Let me look here. 3. The pack club, but you're both watching. Both of y'all, about the same time. Lily's done the rounds on the lower floor. She's up on the VIP, talking with the VIP guests, which, funny enough, all of Chaz's former retinue, the ones that his entourage used to come with him, is at the club on opening night.
Of course they are.
And I mean,
he's nowhere to be seen.
The VIP is pretty packed. It's got your choice of the ones that you've designated look, good enough. And, both of you at the same time spot a familiar figure you haven't seen in a little while. John comes up on the floor, blood doll to Lily.
Oh,
guys, get John.
He's up on the VIP. And he immediately comes towards Lily. He's going straight towards you.
I'm going to rouse Majesty. I get 1 hunger. That fucker ain't doing shit to me. He's been missing too long. I don't trust it. I am majestic as fuck.
You hear her voice in your head. Don't you just eat him like you did me?
Shut up.
So he gets to live, and I don't?
Give it time.
You
He'll die too.
destroyed me, took everything from me, and you let him stay? You threw up Majesty, huh?
And I'm literally saying in my head,
I'm
going to say one thing to her in my head. He was obedient.
Damn! Okay. You roll for your Majesty yet?
I did. Okay, I'm rolling. Hang on. What am I rolling for? Remind me. Is it manipulation and persuasion?
Pull up my sheet here.
Or is it charisma persuasion?
It's a lot of dice versus something.
It's a lot of dice because I also have
charisma plus presence.
Charisma plus presence. Okay, charisma.
Yep, charisma plus presence.
Okay, so I have 1 hunger for that roll because I increased my hunger when I roused for it. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
right.
4, 5, 6.
That's the maraca of death is what I'm going to start calling these now. Because one of our viewers, Junie, I think it was, as a matter of fact, Junie Von Eck.
5, 6.
She commented on Lily throwing the maracas of death and she rolls presence skills.
Maraca of death.
Oh, wonderful.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to use a willpower.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I just don't think 8 is enough. Whatever's on, I don't trust this at all. He did not come when I critted on my summons. So something is up with this guy. And that's 3 more successes. So 8, 4, 5. Hey, I was 2 of them was crits. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Now I know I'm going to get accused of cheating here in a second, but I
shit.
did not. I rolled 12 successes.
Fuck!
With crits.
Fuck! Fuck!
So is this just on John?
Yeah, just on John. So anyone that needs it. Everyone else is, of course, oh, wow, it's Lily.
And everybody's literally like
your guards are
Lily.
moving in. He gets halfway to you, sees Locke, changes direction,
Really?
goes straight to Locke. And he grabs Locke and hugs her.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Oh, baby, I've
knock
missed
his
you.
ass off.
I've missed you, baby.
This fucker is getting grappled.
Okay.
Lily takes out her silver dagger.
On the club. With
I don't fucking care.
everyone's like, oh, wow, nice, because they got Majesty. That's amazing. That is the
Nobody up
coolest
here
knife
cares.
ever. Yeah, Majesty. At this point, yeah, they're like, oh my
Nobody
God.
fucking cares.
Of course she's got a knife. It's Lily. It's amazing.
It matches my dress. I mean, it works.
4 for grapple.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He's not trying. He's trying to grapple you.
Back his ass
Locke,
back into the office area.
he's already grappling you, so you're just grappling back. It's just a different kind of grapple.
Headlock. We go into the office area.
And
Okay,
legit,
and
I'm
there's-
following right behind them.
And there's some. You're holding him, and he is. If you're not mistaken, he's grinding against you the whole time, going, "Oh baby, yes, I missed you. I need you, Locke."
Because it's against my goddamn conviction.
I need to do a
willpower check.
I think I might need to. This
Okay,
is
you can
I
pull.
need to roll a frenzy check.
Willpower plus 1/3 your humanity, because this would be a frenzy check, wouldn't it?
I need a frenzy check too.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Willpower plus 1/3 your humanity.
oh.
So
that's
6
not
is
very
2
good.
dice, 5 is 1 die. So yeah, plus your
It's no
willpower.
blood dice, right?
No
3.
blood dice.
3. I got 3.
Okay.
Why not frenzy?
Yeah, because this is for you. It's a difficulty 2, public humiliation. Yeah.
I got 5.
Or physical provocation or harassment. So either one is
I got
a 2
5.
difficulty.
That's just to stop me from killing him right there on the spot for doing that
bloodhound
because
him.
that's against my
Bloodhound.
conviction.
He's going to get a big old sniff.
You're gonna get a big
Something's up
sniff.
with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull up
Let me
bloodhound.
pull up my bloodhound here too. Because this is not normal behavior from him.
I'm
And
gonna
he even beeline. First of all, the fact that Immortal just resisted
just
completely
resisted
with
me.
Majesty.
Yeah.
And he was one you
Something's up with him.
bloodbound.
And he's one not bloodbound.
Or
He's one I had lingering kiss.
kissed.
Yeah. No, there's something wrong with
Yeah.
him.
Awareness.
I'm gonna do
I
sensing and seeing about
am
him.
rousing resolve.
Resolve,
I don't get
prospects.
hungrier.
Okay.
I'm doing sensing unseen on him.
Okay. As
Since I was
she's
able to contain my temper.
as she dragging him to the up the stairs.
Crit
I
4.
got 2 successes. That fucking sucks.
And now that you know,
this motherfucker.
as you're bringing him up the stairs, now the crowd has noticed Lily's following with the knife, and they're yelling, "Yeah, cut him! Cut that fucker!" And then they're yelling at Locke, "Yeah, get some of that when you get it. Then cut him! Cut him!" Because the Majesty is fucking this crowd up. The people downstairs know something's going on upstairs,
They
and you
just
see
hear
them
the
all
holler.
looking into the
they
lights.
Don't hear what anybody
Right.
say.
Well,
They
they're
just hear
looking up into the lights, but they
rousing
can't
crowd.
see. So
Yeah.
they're staring up into the lights, getting blinded, trying to see what's going on in the VIP. The people in the VIP think this is hilarious, and they're cheering it on like some weird shit's going on. Locke does
Because
not
they're
look
my biggest
comfortable.
fans.
Well, when Majesty is on, everyone's your biggest
Everyone's
fan.
my biggest fan.
And Locke is dragging him up the stairs.
What do I get off bloodhound? I got 4 crit.
4. As much as you would think you would smell a resonance on him, there's no resonance.
That's
His
weird.
emotions are flatlined.
Fuck.
That's weird. He's got some mind
He's been
bullshit.
dominated all the fuck.
Yeah.
And you get him up on the 3rd floor, and he still hasn't stopped.
He's going to get his ass pinned to the ground. Like,
In the office? Or in
Yeah.
the conference room?
And the 3rd floor doesn't overlook the club at all.
No, well, the 3rd floor doesn't overlook.
Roll another grapple attempt. Locke. He tries suddenly to break free.
oh, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, he almost gets free. Superhuman strength you didn't expect him to suddenly have because he didn't resist before. He almost breaks free of you, but no, he's not quite there. He is stronger than you would expect a normal mortal to be, though.
I feed on him.
You feed on him?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna take. I'm at hunger 1, so I can't really take. But I'm taking enough out of him to pass his ass out.
I will assist because I need a hunger.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you only have 1.
No, I have 2.
2 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get him upstairs and the lock immediately locks on him.
And Lily's gonna lock onto him too.
Now wait a minute. Now both of y'all don't know. Okay.
So we don't know if we kill him or not.
Yes, you don't. So what we're gonna do to find out? Both of y'all will get to know roll wits. Plus medicine if you have it. Because that way y'all can tell when he's about to just keel from both of y'all drinking at once.
Wow, that's only 1. That was 2, actually. 2.
Got 2?
I got 2.
You got 2 and you got 2?
Mm-hmm.
Not enough. 2 is only a straightforward. That's,
Okay.
a pretty easy thing. No.
Like I couldn't feel his pulse fading?
Not when both of y'all are doing it. 2 people kindred feeding at once.
Okay.
It goes from pulse to...
Nothing. Okay.
He goes limp.
Okay. Good.
He's not fully dead, but he's dying.
Not fully dead.
I'm gonna go.
All right. Is he ambulance?
What?
What? No. What's she doing?
She says she's gonna ghoul him.
Can you ghoul it this? Doesn't he need to be healthier?
He can get a boost.
He may. Well, no. You can try ghouling him. You're gonna take the humanity law, or he's staying for doing it.
You're gonna embrace him, is what you're gonna do.
But
no, he's not dead yet.
He's dying. It's close.
It ain't embraced yet.
He needs an ambulance, Lily. He needs an ambulance.
He may not survive the ghouling. And he may end up embraced because he's at the point of fading. Because that's how you create a vampire. You get them right before they die, and then you give them blood.
Come on, we just need to call an ambulance for him. That's it. Locke goes and she gets the phone and she calls an ambulance.
I don't think Lily cares. She's pissed. It's not how
we need him alive to find out what happened. And
he's not going to be able to tell us. His blood was so fucking flat.
Yeah, you both all tasted that.
His blood was so... He's never going to be able to tell us. We're going to have to wait for the fucker that did this to gloat about it.
Then, you know what? It's fine. I'd rather...
I reach down and I snap his neck.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Lily!
As Lily's on the phone, as Locke's on the phone with the ambulance, I guess you're canceling the ambulance? No, Locke cancels the ambulance. Never mind, we don't need one. We're good.
No, we're fine. Yeah, it's...
He got better.
So, yeah, he got better. So here's the question we're going to have on this situation.
If it's a stain.
Yes.
I don't fucking care. He assaulted her.
Okay, never kill the innocent. He was innocent, but you do
not harm women and children. He assaulted her.
Yep, and your conviction will cancel the stain.
Okay.
You get one stain for the killing him, but then you remove one stain because of your conviction.
He assaulted her.
Yep, that was sexual assault.
Yes, it was.
And I will take a note here, out of storyteller mode, just to tell anyone watching this episode. I did talk to Locke about this particular scene beforehand and made sure she gave consent and was okay.
He even spoke to me about it to make sure I would be okay with it.
Right, to make sure that this did not break Locke's consent.
I didn't think his neck was going to get broken.
I didn't know he was going to die, but I did make sure that Locke was okay with this beforehand. Now we'll go back. I just wanted to put that clear because...
Yeah, we did clear
Locke's staring at a body going, God, I had plans tonight.
It's okay. I'll get the boys to take him down in the service elevator to the thing.
Oh, yeah, we can just incinerate him. Cool.
Yeah.
So she goes back down to VIP.
It's fine. I tell the boys to take him down to the incinerator, load his body in. My ghouls at this point will do it.
You can only pull one ghoul to take him down there right now.
That's fine. I don't care whoever's available.
You got 2 on the door, 1 at the cameras, which is Ian's on the cameras normally.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas is the one who walks the floor, so you'll have Thomas take him down from the 3rd floor through the elevator so nobody will see it.
Through the service elevator so nobody sees it.
Or the VIP, the elevator that only you guys can use.
Right. That's basically,
Bob's.
yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You have him take him down. He looks down. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My toy got
I understand.
broken.
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
At least there's not blood everywhere.
Nope.
It's at least a clean kill.
Yeah.
So I go back down and.
When you get back down, Locke, you follow her down?
Yeah, actually, Glock goes down before then.
Yeah,
she's
she's already.
She says my.
As soon as you come down, people start screaming. As soon as you go down to the VIP area, Locke, people start going, "Yeah, you wore him out already. Good job. Yeah."
I love witnesses. It's awesome. Locke's just like and she finds a corner and waits, and she takes out.
And I come down.
When you don't like respond to people doing it, they quit doing it because it's not really. You're just like they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I come down, and if they say that to me, I have a response.
You still have Majesty on?
Oh yeah.
Did you give him what he needed? Did you take care of that shit?
He is so exhausted now. He's just taking a nap.
You hear some woman, I hope you stabbed the fucker.
No, I didn't need to. He was compliant.
And did you let Majesty drop?
Yeah, I do.
Tabitha. Earl.
Majesty drops and they just kind of
mill about.
Mm-hmm. And after things calm down for a few minutes, you both, Locke and Lily, you catch it immediately. You see the damnedest fucking thing. Art and Tabitha come in, and Art's in a suit.
Damn.
Hair brushed.
I literally work my way quickly over to Locke. I'm like, he cleans up well.
He cleans up worryingly.
Stylish, no less. It's not even like an old suit. And Tabitha is dressed in club. She's got a mini skirt. And it's not gonna say sequins. It glitters. You know, it's shiny. And
I walk up to
her
them.
red hair is done up well. And
I walk up to them, and I'm like, y'all look fantastic. Welcome.
And Tabitha kind of. She would blush if she could. Mm-hmm. But she can't now. But you can tell it kind of embarrasses. She shuffles her feet a little bit.
You look gorgeous, darling.
And she's like, I mean, if he's going out, I might as well,
Y'all look fantastic.
Art, when you come up to him, he bows.
Oh, what a gentleman. Thank you.
Like, wow, yeah. Like, good evening. Like, wow, yeah.
Good evening, Art.
Yeah.
How are you?
It's quiet again. I'm like here and I'm fine.
Good. Well, enjoy yourself tonight.
You're seeing the bits and pieces of it.
Oh, I know he's not right.
You know he was going to say he's up here and, and go into his wave, but he got half of it before he just stopped.
Mm-hmm. You enjoy yourselves tonight. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I just checking. I want to see how things are, and I'll talk later.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah. And Tabitha looks at you, Locke. She cuts her eyes.
Confusion.
And she cuts her eyes away from where Art is.
Mm-hmm. Let's go talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Where do they,
They go to one of the booths in the place, and they sit down, and they're sitting there together, and Tabitha talks a minute or two with Art and then gets up, and you can tell she's excusing herself for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And when she gets up and she starts walking towards you, you can see Art is intensely studying the room. Actually, you've never seen Art pay attention to anything this much, ever.
Interesting. All right, I take Tabitha.
And Tabitha comes over and goes, yeah.
So, okay, questions.
Yes.
First, and she reaches out and touches like the sparkly shit on her, like on the shoulder. She's like, oh, really? Was this something you wanted to dress in before, or did someone ask?
Well, I wasn't always with the leather jacket. I figured since this is the first time I've seen Art dress up, I figured I could, go out for clubbing like I haven't done since I've been Kindred.
Yeah. Cool. The suit's new.
Yeah.
That's troubling.
Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah.
How are things?
He's in a suit.
Yeah. Which means business, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
Why is he here?
He won't tell me.
Stay by me, please. If you have to say it was an order from your sire, do it.
Okay.
I'm worried.
What's Lily doing while all this?
I am socializing.
You're socializing.
I still have my awe up. I'm socializing.
And you see Locke and Tabitha talking together, and you see Art sitting there.
I know enough about the situation from Locke and from my own experiences with Art that she needs to keep a close eye on Tabitha
Art
to keep her
is
safe.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Intense tonight. You can see an intensity in his eyes and his posture. He's not rocking in his seat. His head's not moving. This
is an Art Lily can work with.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah, I don't.
This makes sense to her because the hippie thing didn't work for her.
Locke is not happy.
Concerned. I'm not saying I love dealing with a fucking hippie. This is just the harbinger of bullshit.
I get it, but I can work with that.
That's going to have to be an episode name.
Harbinger of bullshit.
Yep.
So, Locke sits down with Tabitha in a place where she can kind of... Actually, no, she takes Tabitha on the catwalk.
Perfect.
Okay.
And she's like, let's go just up here.
And you can tell while you're up there, Art's eyes keep going straight to you and Tabitha.
That's fine. I'm not trying to hide where I'm taking his girlfriend.
He can definitely pick you out up there.
That's fine. We're not hiding. We're getting privacy.
Okay.
She's like, okay, so I actually had a reason to call you here tonight. I think I'm gonna need help. You know my other job, right? That I do for Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of them to track down, and we are not making any progress. Because the guy who knew where they all were got himself killed. Nobody else seems to know where any of these kids are, and I'm worried.
I've heard of where one might be.
I would like that information because here's my concern. There's a few things. One, people were fucking up and there wasn't actually a list and they weren't keeping track of it because they were, thin bloods. Who cares? And now they're kind of getting called to the carpet and everybody's low-key freaking out a little bit. Two, while I'm not able to find them, there's a reason why I'm not getting that list. And that's because they're getting taken out.
Okay, I didn't. Don't tell him I told you because I don't even think he knows I know about him. But
yeah.
Just outside of DuPont, outside of your domain, really, there's a hair tattoo body mod shop. It's only open in the evenings. Rumor has it, now I haven't confirmed it, but rumor has it he has some very special clientele that come from time to time of the, let's just say the unchanging type. And he changes them. And it sticks.
Interesting. I mean, I kind of heard we could do that. I kind of guessed we could do that, but that's... And he's one of them. The owner.
Yeah, he does... I've heard good things. He does a lot of things, but he's able to work on us, too. Only reason I know is because Granger mentioned it once. Apparently, Granger's used his services a few times to change things or people or friends. And Granger gets those weird moods where he's him.
That sounds on brand.
Yeah.
Honestly. Okay, so shit. I need to find. Do you know what his name is?
I don't know his name. He never told me. But I mean, there's only one shop right there. I mean, it's if you go to the edge of what I've been told your domain is, across the street, it's right there. So it's like not in your domain, but it looks at your domain. You won't miss it.
Fucker.
It'd be a lot easier if it was in my domain. Okay. All right. So I know where one of them is. He probably knows others because I'm really worried that they're just all getting taken out. Well, I can't do anything about it because I'm gonna have a list, and that when the list gets to me, they'll be like,
"Oh no, there's not." Yeah, I've known a few that take out those they find. Matter of fact, that bitch probably would kill any she got her hands on.
Yeah. I know. It's kind of a race against time. And things have calmed down enough where I actually have some time to do this. So, okay. Thank you for that. If you hear anything else on the street, that would be good to know.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Are you staying with Art right now?
Well, we kind of stay at Norton's mansion.
You don't have a place you can just chill on your own?
Well, I haven't for a long time. We've just all kind of stayed at Norton's because, have you seen the place? It's huge.
Yeah, but I'm concerned because remember the talk you and I had when I confronted you and it went really, really well and I didn't break any doors after you left, and you didn't almost tear me apart. That conversation,
Maybe.
What you thought Art would do to you.
Yeah.
That was that Art.
Yeah, I know.
And I really think maybe not waking up that close would be a good thing.
Yeah. But then what do I tell him why I'm not?
Tell him you're helping me. The Hound has requested aid of her child.
Okay.
And if he wants to, and it's not going to be a lie because I can find shit for you to do. There's so much. And apparently I can't declare other hound, like other helpers. So, it won't be a lie. Because I do need help.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So, do you need a place to stay?
No, I'll be fine. I know where I can go. I haven't used it in a while, but I'm sure she won't mind if I hide out with her a bit.
Okay, good. If you need a place, just go to the fucking bar. It's not the safest place in the world, but it's a structure with walls. So, I've had worse.
Well, Blood Liquor's always said I'm always welcome, so.
You know what? That is one I cannot argue with. Like, yeah, that would be a very safe place for you to go.
Okay, yeah.
So,
don't you worry though? It's gonna make Art worse.
I'm not sure that you're actually pumping any brakes on that. I'm not convinced. You can see him during the day, or no, evening. Evening, it's fuck, whatever. You can see him. Other times just. Do you think you're helping being close to him?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? This is science. I've been watching a lot about science lately, and therefore, this is a great way to do science. Just for a week. For a week, you're helping me out with the thin blood situation.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then we will assess after that.
Okay, because you're probably right that it's safer. Because he's not. Look at him, and she looks down, and when she looks down towards him, he just kind of.
Wait.
Jesus Christ, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, this is fine. We are gonna get through this.
He brushed his hair.
I don't know many gangrel that brush their hair. Lily pretty much had to
He's a hairband away from a ponytail. He's a hairband away from a ponytail.
Man, that's dark. That's dark.
He doesn't even have his head. The headband's not even on tonight.
He looks down.
I know. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're going to flash to Coterie. Coterie, you come out about 2 blocks from the Washington Conference Center.
Okay.
You head towards Stanford?
Yep.
You walk the other 2 blocks. And go down into the parking area, and of course you know where the door is.
Yep.
And when you go in the door, the guard's there as always. Same guard.
Hey, Bob.
He just points.
Got it.
You go over and the elevator opens as always, and you get in and you ride down.
Okay.
And you get to the bottom, and door opens, and you're in the sitting area, the antechamber, I guess you could call it, foyer.
Mm-hmm.
And when the door opens, the other doors across from you open up, and there's another man there that you haven't seen before. This one's quite a bit younger, and he bows when you come in, and he goes, "I assume you are Sheriff Coterie. Alfonso at your service."
Hello, Alfonso.
His lordship is in, of course.
Thank you.
And as you step through the double doors there and the largely appointed doors, he closes them behind you, but he stays out in the outer room to leave you alone in the throne room of Prince Stanford, who is, as always, sitting on his throne, which again comes back to the question, does he get there when he knows somebody is coming, or is he there the whole time?
Knowing his ego, he's there the whole time.
Do Kindred get cricks in their butts? That's the question.
I don't think they do, which is what's hilarious. And when you come in, he goes, "Good evening, Quartermain. Unexpected visit, but welcome.
Good evening.
What can I do for you, Sheriff?"
Yeah. I don't wish to be sheriff any longer.
And why not?
Because I have a lot of things that I would like to be doing, and I am finding no time to do them. And Locke is more than capable of being sheriff. This is not what I wanted from the start. I'm not good at it.
Well, you see, I don't feel I can have Locke as a sheriff. She's too young. I'd like to blame it on being Gangrel, but if someone else I think would be a better sheriff now. If you don't wish the job, I have someone I think I would appoint as sheriff.
Great.
In your place. I would have to find a new keeper.
Oh, shit.
I don't want that job either.
Who could I make keeper? Any ideas on keeper? I have some thoughts, but I'd love to hear your input because though you feel you're not good at this, you have always been a good advisor.
To be perfectly honest, Stanford, I'm kind of lost.
Well, I can always make Cone the keeper. Well, no, I can't make Cone the keeper. Cannot do that.
Give it to Tabitha.
Anarch cannot do that. But
you ain't got many vampires left in the city.
Actually,
you're not listening to me anymore. Okay.
I am, but I think I know one I can make keeper for now. That would earn me some favors across the sea as well. I believe I shall name Yekaterina as keeper. I'm sure her masters overseas would appreciate the honor I give her, for now at least.
I'm just...
Very well, I will, and for all you've done for me, Quartermain.
Have I really done much?
You helped me get my throne.
Yeah.
You supported me when I had no supporters. What?
Bastard.
So, yes, you have done a lot. You backed me when you had no reason to. You backed me when you were, let's put it truthfully, when we were setting you up for being destroyed by Bruja or destroying them in the process.
And I figured out your plan.
Yes. So, you still hold my favor. You've made mistakes, obviously. But I will accept your wishes. Though I will still give you free rein to come and offer. I will ask you for advice from time to time. You are nominally going to be the spy master anyway, are you not?
Yep.
So since you're running the Nosferatu network, we shall still talk.
Yeah.
But I shall send my herald out to make an announcement tomorrow. Won't Art be amused? Well, actually, if Art is what I suspect, you will enjoy the job. Anything else you'd like to talk to me, Coterie?
Not really.
Have you seen Glenn?
Have not seen Glenn.
Neither have I. At least he told me where the caches were before he went missing. So be it. I don't even want to know what's on that note of paper. Well, have a good night, Quartermain. This is your last night as sheriff. Tomorrow, there shall be a new one named.
Okay.
And then you can tell by his posture that he considers you dismissed at this point.
I leave.
Okay.
Okay, time out. Seriously, Art in charge of fucking Vicky? Oh my god, the drama.
You say that. And you got to remember Vicky was deliberately antagonizing Art.
I know.
This
The
is gonna
drama.
be great. This is fine.
Oh, and Lily, granted, I know this, I'm not going to meta it. I swear to God, guys, literally, I don't meta it. But Jesus fucking Christ, Stanford's showing favorites.
Well, to be fair, this was not a conversation. It was Stanford talking to Quartermain. And
That's what
Lily
I'm saying.
talking to
Lily
her.
doesn't know, but I'm like, Jesus Christ. Lily tries to ask for favor, and he, like, basically gives her the shaft.
You're a Torador.
I'm like, fuck him.
You're a Torador.
She did just as much work to ensure his freaking reign.
But you're a Torador.
Yeah.
You're not an Nosferatu.
Yeah, fuck him.
That's the thing. You're not Nos.
I don't care.
Of course a Nosferatu prince shows favorite with Nosferatu.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's fine.
What do you think Nathan did the whole time?
Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I know.
Fine. It'll be fine when he ends up dead.
So where are you going after this, Quartermain?
Could have text your hound.
Nope, surprise.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, though. You know. And it's actually nice that Ollie's like, yeah, she's too young. I'm like, well, that's the only thing he has to say bad about Locke. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to my haven.
You're going back to your haven?
Yep. I will text Locke
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and say, I'm not sheriff anymore.
You get fired?
I quit.
And then you just get along, who's sheriff?
I'm waiting for it.
Art.
You get, like, there's a long pause, like a good 2 minutes, and then
And I shut my phone off.
and when you wake it up, when the next time you turn it on, there's going to be a series of, like, what, I misread that, what the fuck? Which art? Our art?
Which art?
Which are
Is it? I hope you're talking about shit hanging in the gallery.
in the National Gallery.
What? but, call me.
And Tabitha's still beside you. And she's like, is there a problem? Because you're like...
I have to call Karina real fast. And
okay.
I get up.
And you have to exit.
I go for a quiet place.
The roof or the conference? Well, you can't use the roof.
The conference room is usable.
Not with a phone.
Not with a phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
She'll go like, she'll just go and she'll text Karina and say, "Who's the sheriff?"
You see, Coterie quit,
Yeah. And she's like, he said so. And then Art?
Yeah. And it's a long yeah. It's Y-E-A-H.
Art is at the club right now. Do I say something or wait?
Wait for Harold, and she spells it H-E-R-O-L-D.
H-A-R.
No, Harold. H-E-R-O-L-D, as in the person named Harold.
Harold. H-A-R-O-L-D.
Yeah, wait for Harold.
No, Harold. Not Harold. Harold, she spells it with an E.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense because that's not the name.
No, it's not.
The 2I thing.
What?
Yeah, wait for Harold.
Yeah.
Pronunciated
pronounces Harold. It's Harold.
Okay, whatever, storyteller.
She loves arguing with the storyteller.
Yeah. She's like, okay, tomorrow then?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Good luck.
And it's,
Good luck.
Cool. Thanks. Awesome. She goes back and she goes to Tabitha and she's like, you definitely need to have somewhere else to stay for a week.
Why?
I can't tell you why.
You'll
find out tomorrow.
Okay. And at this point, Lily, you're wandering the club, having a good old time. It's about 1:30 now. Steve, you arriving back in the club, and right as you're almost to the club, you see 3 kindred you know go on in. You see Ivan, Angelique, and Grigori.
Oh.
And they're dressed for clubbing.
Nice.
It's obvious.
Got them all 3.
Yep. And they come in, and Angelique's got Grigori on one arm and Ivan on the other.
Is Wayland and Raphael here?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But they all 3 come in and come straight up to the VIP, and you're not far behind them. But Lily, when you come in, you see them come in because I mean, there's 3 of them together, and
and I'm surrounded by entourages.
Right, and they're dressed fashionably, nice suit. They're not in like full suits, but they're in. The men are dressed very nicely in club going attire. Angelique's got her hair done up, and
nice.
She's cleaned up quite well and looks like she's ready to party.
Fantastic.
You, having only seen Grigori in either muscle
track suits,
yeah, Nike suits, or torn off wife beater T-shirt type things. He's looking kind of shockingly dressed. And of course, the moment they see you, they wander over to you, and the first one to speak is Angelique. Oh. And you can catch it. She only speaks because you see Grigori elbow her once in the ribs. Lily, I'd like to apologize. I treated all of you unfairly. You did save my brother. Thank you.
You are most welcome, Angelique. And truly, I would love for some evening when we are both free for us to have a conversation where we are not heated.
She doesn't speak at first, but then you catch Ivan elbowing her one. I'd like that.
Thank you.
And of course, at this point, Ivan bows.
Ivan, nice to see you. It's a pleasure always.
Pleasure to be here in one piece.
Absolutely.
And Grigori goes, he nods. I see you made it.
Thank you so much for your assistance. It was greatly appreciated.
It's amusing. Ran them on a good chase. It's been a while.
Oh, you'll have to tell me the story one night.
Perhaps.
Do you mind taking a little brief walk with me? I have something I'd like to discuss with you.
Just
you and I.
He looks over at Ivan. He looks down at Ivan, and Ivan nods.
And I promise you a dance later if you'd like.
And he looks at Ivan, and Ivan nods. He's, sure, I can do that. Ivan will stay with Angelique.
Perfect.
And you could tell that they're being rather protective of their sister at the moment.
As they should be.
And they're also watching. Their eyes are moving around. Ivan's in particular. You've seen this look from your ghouls.
And as I walk by, I just pat Ivan's arm and say, I truly am glad you are well.
Yeah.
And I just walk past.
He's not really much of a talker.
That's fine.
Noticed, but
that's fine. He's not much of a conversation.
And as you leave it, as soon as you get to a quieter area, he goes, we don't want to leave her alone if the Pontifex may stop.
I understand. She is a bit testy at the moment, and she is justifiably so.
Well, we worry about him too. We don't want him doing anything with her.
That's true too. Good idea.
So what can I do for you?
There has been something that happened while we were on our field trip. Someone decided to come by my club and leave some graffiti. And I'd like for you to take a look at it.
Graffiti? Sure. But
I
think Ivan would be more...
I whisper in his ear, maniacal Jack.
Okay. Yeah.
So I wanted you to take a look, see if you could make heads or tails of it. Because I do worry about my patrons, of course.
Of course.
Thank you. Let's step outside.
Okay. You take him, I assume, to the...
To the back.
To the back. While you're at the back, your headset, Thomas comes over the headset. Ma'am, Raphael and Wayland are asking. They just showed up and they're asking where you are. I sent them to the VIP. I thought you were up there right now, but they're asking about you.
Please, excuse me. Apologize for my absence. Let them know I was taken away just for a moment for some important business, and I will be back momentarily.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You take Grigori out back. He looks over. You see his eyes unfocused like you frequently do. And he nods and he walks up and down. And then you see for his blood sources. I wonder. Forget how many dice I had. Make sure I had enough dice. Yeah.
Don't tell me you got nothing.
No, I got a messy crit.
Okay. He's gonna try to clean it too. Please don't destroy my club tonight.
No. Starts looking and he goes over it. And he's nodding and he's looking. And it finally almost loses his temper a little. You can see it.
I'm standing pretty close to him. I'm very curious.
And you see him pull, looks like a knife out. But you know it can't be a knife because he couldn't have got it through your security if it was actually a metal knife. But it looks metal from here. And he pulls it and you see him running across his wrist real quick. And he slashes against your wall.
Oh, shit.
And bright red line appears where he slashes. And the whole wall illuminates in symbols. God. And then you watch them just collapse in on themselves. And he staggers back.
I literally reach for him.
And falls to the ground.
Oh, my God. I mean, I'm down on my knees with him. I'm like, are you okay?
It takes him a few seconds and he shakes his head. Fine.
What on earth was that?
It was real shitty spell.
To do what?
Actually, nothing. That was what
Jesus.
upset me.
That fucker.
It would have been effective, but he missed a few spots, and I know he did it on purpose. Why waste the effort to do this for no reason?
To trap the Pontifex.
It could have.
Oh, did we lose Katie?
Looks like
she put something over there.
Oh, she put something.
Oh no, she went obfuscated. She didn't even have obfuscate. Oh no. It was an incomplete ward.
There she is.
An incomplete ward. If it was complete, what would it have warded?
Kindred. From coming in your back entrance.
Okay, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, maybe.
Any kindred.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not good.
Just us walking out here
to
check it would have hurt.
Yeah.
But he didn't finish it.
Oh.
I hate wasted. He pulls himself off the ground and
I stand
starts
up
trying to clear his back off because, he just landed in this nice outfit on the ground.
Yeah. Fucking shithead. Thank you so much, Grigori.
The Pontifex couldn't figure this out.
No.
He's not as used to our kind as he thinks.
And that's why I thought it would be a good idea to get your eyes on it.
I'm sorry. My old affiliation.
I
am,
is
of course,
what it is.
a loyal subject of the Camarilla now.
Of course. Aren't we all?
Yes.
And I may have seen more than they will admit to. And I just start walking inside.
He follows you and still trying to dust to make sure he gets whatever crap was on his back.
And I also dust him off to make sure he looks
But
good.
he looks a little unsteady. He's not.
And I just, as we're walking upstairs and stuff to get back upstairs, I just, reassure him that I really do appreciate him doing that.
And when you get up there to the VIP, of course, you saw them leave and her come back. Grigori comes back looking disheveled a bit. Not like he left with.
Lily.
Yes.
You're still on the catwalk. Yeah, you have to use the head. You have to use the headpiece.
Yeah, Lily looks like, well, she took Grigori for a ride.
Yeah.
You see her and Tabitha.
While that could, and I literally say on the comments, while that could be incredible.
I didn't say over the thing.
No, well, if you said that over the thing, I'd be like, well, that could be incredible. I actually had him take a look at the graffiti.
Okay.
It's no longer a problem.
What was it?
An incomplete ward against our kind.
They were going to lock us out of the club?
Or in from the back exit.
Interesting.
Of course, when you get to the VIP...
You want to take them downstairs, then? There's another exit to the building.
No, it's fine. It's cleared.
No, you don't have cameras watching the actual sewer side of the sewer entrance.
I check the sewer.
You have a camera pointing at the entrance on your side, not on the other end.
Tonight may not be the night, darling.
Okay.
He's a little bit wiped out from that.
All right.
And of course, when you get on the VIP, Raylan and Raphael see you.
Yes.
They start walking towards you. Then they see who you're with. And they back off again.
Okay.
And Angelique she notices right away and comes dragging Ivan over, who doesn't seem to want to leave her side. And she's like, Grigori, are you okay?
He's okay.
He's like, he's tired. And he looks at Ivan and he goes, and you just see him go, Jack's been here. And Ivan just nods his head.
And I just smile and say, it looks like I attract all kinds.
Angelique, when she hears Jack's name, she visibly shudders a little bit.
And I say, and I look at her and I say, I will want to talk to you a little bit about that too later. I met a friend and we might have a plan for him.
Another night. And you can see she's thinking about a memory of some kind.
But I, again, pat Ivan on the arm and say thank you again so much. I truly appreciate it. If I can return the favor, do let me know.
Ivan or Grigori?
I mean, Grigori. Sorry. Grigori.
And Grigori. We're not even yet.
I understand, but this I think is separate. This is my business, not my own life.
And he nods. And then Angelique goes, now can we go dancing?
Absolutely. Enjoy yourself.
And she actually goes down to the main area, not the VIP, and drags him with them.
Okay.
And she starts dancing on the floor. And her two brothers, she's not dancing with them.
Yeah.
But they're making sure that other people aren't dancing with her either.
Yeah.
They strong arm just about anyone who gets too close.
Okay. And I make my way over to Waylon.
Okay. And when you get close, of course, Waylon bows. And Raphael bows as well.
Very good.
Ah, Lily. Good evening, Lily.
Good evening, darling.
And Raphael goes, I am happy to be in your fine establishment.
Thank you.
It's busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Waylon goes, it's always busy, Raphael. You know this.
Only the best, darling. So, I basically asked them how things have been going at their club.
Busy as well. Busy as well.
Good. Glad to hear business is up.
Business is definitely up.
Good. Good. Any news for me?
None yet. Waylon goes. But I did receive a text from the boss that I have to see him in an hour.
Oh, very good.
Don't know why, but he said it's important.
Okay. And
I'll let you know what he says.
I asked Waylon, would you care to dance with me, darling?
Of course, Lily, of course.
Okay.
You take Waylon out and dance.
I take Waylon out and dance, and I'm going to whisper in his ear while I'm dancing. If you ever try to withhold information from me again, I will make you go to hands and knees and lick my shoes, and you will love it.
Wow. Yes, Lily,
Thank you.
had to push the limits.
Yes, well, you will learn I don't reward disobedience.
Yeah, he wasn't blood bond then like he is now. Now he's quite bound. He's up to 6, so he is fully majorly bound.
Be a good boy, darling, and you'll be rewarded.
Okay. I will try not to do that again. I do not know what he wants me to do tonight.
That's fine. Just let me know when you can.
I will. You'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Steve, what are you doing after you'd come back?
Well, I try to look like I'm keeping up my end of my usual routine.
Try?
Yeah, try. He's a little preoccupied at this point. He's got some things to think about.
Okay. And I think everyone's talked to the people they needed to talk with this night, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because I think this is where we're in this session,
Okay.
so that we can be ready for our next guest, which is going to be amazing. So, in the world of the Kindred, you can't always believe what you're told. Sometimes what you thought was real may not be real. And at the same time, sometimes the weight of responsibility is too much, especially to someone who didn't want it in the first place. And they pass the mantle over. So I can't comment whether that's good or bad in the long run, but it's obvious that Coterie has had a crisis of conscience, maybe a crisis of where he wants to be in the Kindred society. And he's decided the path he was on was definitely not the one he wanted and not the road he wanted to take. So actually he did the right thing in that case and stepped down.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Rather than be fired, so that at least as far as all the ends of the Kindred are concerned, that Coterie did it
on his terms.
On his terms, and to become eventually the full spy master that Nathan was before, which isn't really compatible with Sheriff. But you saw a change over the gangrel that was the keeper before tonight that is shocking as it is startling. Art, it's not art. I don't know who he is right now, but it's definitely not the art anyone would expect. And Locke is probably on the right path with thinking he's getting dangerous. But now she's going to have to report to him. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, damn.
So I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Of course, as always, we're proud Gehenna Gaming affiliates. Check the link over here. Go through the chat. Pop over to Discord, see McStabber's Lounge. We're all there to chat about it. Everyone except Quartermain pops in.
Yeah.
Steve Perry only pops in when I tell him, look, we're tagging your ass again. Get in here.
Yeah, go in there.
Because he don't do that much, but that's all good.
That's okay.
If you like what we're doing here, right before this is Long Beach by Night.
Yeah.
With our next guest is
Jake
you've
Times.
seen him on Q Times. He's Joey on Long Beach by Night. You've seen him as Joey. He is actually our next guest.
Yeah.
He will be here next weekend on the 16th, which will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fun. And of course, there's right after this, Macabre Derek. We shout him out all the time.
Detroit by Night.
LA by Night is amazing this season. Been some good stuff. Love it on the World of Darkness channel. Yep. Yeah. And on Tuesdays, of course, our current big Tuesday favorite has been Black Death.
Yep.
It's Chronicles of Darkness by Tamshu.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's on
really
Lawful
good.
Stupid RPG, which is the best name ever.
It is.
Lawful Stupid RPG. It's amazing. Of course, if you like what we're doing, give us a follow.
Yeah.
If you got Prime, get a free subscription, hook us up.
Yeah.
It goes towards improving things. We're slowly adding new stuff and improving the new layout, the new intro. Everybody got to see a new intro.
Yeah.
So the new intro, I think, is cool as shit. It took me some time, but I love it. So does anyone want to add anything about the end of this story? I know we're all excited for playing with our guest here because, wow.
We are all doomed.
Yes. And only Quartermain has the sense to get out from under this fucking snowball while he can.
I'm like thinking Lily's going to have to get a private plane and get the fuck out of Dodge, okay?
Quartermain's like, no, I'm good. I'm not in charge anymore. Y'all fuck this shit up. I can walk away. Yep. No one has anything to say?
No. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you all. We will see you next week with our special guest for DC by Night. And if you want to see board games, watch board games. Good night.
Good night.